so much tradition getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the San Francisco 49ers. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. What a pickup this man was last year. It's Christian McCaffrey. 46 yards on the play. Bit of a haymaker right after the starting bell, Charles. One play on the ground, and you're already on the other side of the 50.
I like how you went boxing there. Essentially went from the weigh-in to walking into the ring, being introduced, and firing away. Big shot early.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A first carry for Elijah Mitchell. And he's got some space here. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. Ayuk going to go in motion right. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Second and 9.
Come on, get clear. Come on, fellas, you can score. Come on now.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And Samuel caught outside. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle.
Well, they moved the ball well there on the opening series. Running game was in sync. They were knocking on the doorstep, but ultimately, Charles, they'll have to settle for the field goal.
Well, they certainly were moving it well, and give this defense a ton of credit. Finally dug their heels in and forced the field goal. That's what it is, game partner. Will this offense look back at this drive and think to themselves, if we'd gotten 6, we'd be in a better spot.
Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
Now a two-time Pro Bowler coming off a big year, Saquon Barkley. Pass at 20 for a short gain, 2nd down. You look at this Niner defense.
They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 7.
Now Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now it's a scoop. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for a 49er touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
We'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, this defense for the Niners very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Throwing Jones. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A gain of 3, second down.
You look at this Niner defense.
They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it?
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down and 7.
Back to throw. Jones. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
From the 38 now, here comes second and 8.
Looking to throw. Jones. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Up the middle with Barkley.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Barkley, inside handoff. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal.
From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
And they'll accept that penalty.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on, because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. It's Barkley on the counter. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Daniel Bellinger,
his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Giants are back within a score.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Gano the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 50 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. The Niners at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You see Purdy, he's going to shift him around.
Flush to his right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 4.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
That's the type of impact play you expect from McCaffrey, the comeback player of the year runner-up in 2022. Despite a midseason trade, put up almost 1,900 all-purpose yards and also made his 2nd Pro Bowl.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey.
Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down. The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
Two minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7, our score.
from the 35. Here's second down and 8.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. But he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left.
He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
Brings up second and goal at the 6-yard line.
On second down, McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
The throwing here, Purdy.
This will be caught just inside the 10. Touchdown! George Kittle, a 7-yard touchdown play.
And the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Moody good with the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And really out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down, San Francisco to pick up 14 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Samuel going to go in motion right.
Right now, let's go get 6. First down, fellas. Hey, you want it? You throw it. It don't matter. Push him down the field off that.
Purdy to throw it on first down.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Keep the ball moving. Keep the ball moving. Get some momentum here.
Purdy from the gun.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with a 49ers
both these teams
out
running
in front
through their final
as
adjustments
we send
before
you
they head out
cross-country to
for the second
Orlando.
half.
Jonathan
Time for us to
Coachman
go
is
back
there
to
and has our
Levi's
EA
Stadium.
Sports halftime
We'll hand it
report.
back over to Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Holmes returning from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because
there he goes left side. Now he's free to midfield. How about this? Saquon Barkley. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. Oh, heck of a move. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37.
136 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Ayuk goes in motion. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to 37.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 9.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Now Purdy.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So on is the rookie Jake Moody for the Niners field goal.
It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals that he's in now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick.
right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been threes.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run it again with Barkley.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Jones now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point of the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here's Jamie Gillen down. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fielded just inside the 30. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. He'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
162 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he is going to have the 49ers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Second and 8.
Up the gun, McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
A 30-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Javon Hargrave able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. This is McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15.
Boy, 192 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Right there, baby. Come on, ref.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
We need this. Let's do it. Boys.
Back to throw, Purdy. That's complete left side to Gray.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
So on is the rookie Jake Moody for the Niners field goal.
From the left hash, this from 39. And his kick is right there. It's good.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Jones on 1st and 10.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. Down the sideline he goes.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 from a 49er D as they score the touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that pushes the lead up to 23. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And they're going to speed things up here.
It's a gain of 9 yards. And this is third.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Giants.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning.
Well, now hang on here because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Get off the field! It's a low score, Pete.
Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive, eluding the pressure right. Well, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Push through, baby. Let's do this. Come on.
Back to throw. Jones.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Fred Warner.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as most.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Right back to Juszczyk again. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage.